Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. So, today, something a little bit different, something a little bit experimental, which is going to be fairly interesting. So, I will be playing the Dwarf Fortress Masterwork mod. I just need to bring it up. Where is the correct window? Here we go. Okay, so, something I've not really done for a while. I have a little bit of experience with Dwarf Fortress. Not entirely too much, and not really hardly any at all whatsoever with Masterwork. So I thought maybe we do a little bit of something fun and learn together. So we're going to start here. Now with Dwarf Fortress Masterwork it does add a hell of a lot on. Namely world generation, etc, etc, etc. So we're going to go with a medium. We'll go with a medium region. Okay. So a few mods to take note of. So we have, where is it? We have Sound Sense. So this is like a little music program. It will play music. I can alter the volume, so hopefully it'll be okay. Right, so we are generating a world here. We are going through the ages. So we have the golden age that we're in now. Each one of these is a unique figure with a unique history. You can see how many dead and the total number of events. So events can be like, ooh, I don't know, like wars and etc. So we'll see. I like this. This is pretty cool. It's a very nice thing to have there. So these are civilizations, so this would be, I believe, a dwarf civilization. These I'm not entirely sure as of yet. These may be possibly human? Possibly human, in fact. Okay. So I wonder what year we'll go to. I think we'll leave it about 160 or something like that. The earlier you go, like basically, I don't know, say you start at like year 1 or something, for example, the more like mega beasts and like legendary monsters are around. So yes, we will use the world as it currently is. There we go, to generate a world. We'll accept the world. There we go, we're going to create the world now. So this is loading fairly quickly for me, but then again, I am using an i7, and it is on an SSD, so your experiences may be different to mine. I'd like to say that they're going to be the same. That would be quite nice, that'd be good for everybody. Okay. So we'll go through this as something of a little learning experience together. And what I might do, I don't know. It depends really if I can bother. I might do these in like half-hour segments or something and go on like that. But I am extremely adverse to doing things like that, mostly because I'd like to just get the hell on with things. Some people like that, a lot of people don't, but oh well. Okay, so we're going to play in the fortress mode, of course. Right then, I'm interested to see the region. Okay, so, let's see. I would like to see, right, so our civilization is the Furry Urn. Due to the settings that I have down here, so civilizations, there's no other civilizations, well, at least any fortresses. The only fortresses are the dwarves at the moment, as I'm not entirely sure how to play these other races as of yet. I think you'd turn these off active or something. Either way, we'll go on like this. Okay, this is just going to be for our learning force, so there might not be other civilizations around, so we might not see too many bad things. But that's okay, we'll learn together. Okay. So, what do we want? As we can see over here, this area here, as we are on the map, it is temperate, there's no trees, there's no vegetation, the surroundings is untamed wild. There's clay, dirt and peat, there's some soil, shallow metal, deep metals and fluxstone. I've also gone ahead and turned off, let's see, world generation. No, I've turned off aquifers and I've turned off harder farming. Harder farming basically makes it harder to, of course, farm. Yeah, which I'm not entirely about, not for this learning thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to press F, and we're going to go and find our desired location. So we'll go for medium savagery. We'll not have... we'll go for low evil, something a little bit different. I'm going to go with high, see what we can find. I'd like mountains. But we'll go with medium, try and have a difference. Okay. Fluxstone, yes. Aquifer, no. There's no aquifers anyway. River would be nice. Shallow metals, we'll have multiple. Yep, there we go. We'll have some and some. Actually, deep. We'll go with deep, actually. No, we'll go with some, actually. Okay, now we'll press escape. Well, we'll do our search, and then we'll press escape once we find what we're looking for. So what it will do then is it will search the entire region, and then it will come back with something worthy. I don't know what these E's are over here in the edge of the map. That would be rather interesting. It appears to be some kind of desert. We have like a large mountain range here in the center of the map, which is pretty awesome. I like that. Maybe we'll be able to find a spot to build. Right, okay, so we can't find anything with low savagery. Okay. So what we'll do then is we'll find this location again, but we're going to have to give up on the evil. So we'll go with, Okay. We'll go with little. Non-applicable. I have no idea really what that is. We'll try that again then. Okay. Do search. No luck so far. Ah, here we go. So we're having some success over by its mountain range. We have something down here as well. That's good, yep. And something over here as well. Awesome. Right, that's nice. That's nice. There's a few... Yeah, the Dwarven civilization we belong to is over in this area. So, we have a bunch of locations over here. So, yeah, we'll browse the results. So, by pressing escape. So... Let's see... There's like a conflux of rivers here, which is rather interesting. So this is... temperate shrubland. I'd like to have somewhere with mountains, actually. Righto. So we can zoom out here, take a look at the region. It's a very nice region. I do like this central, like, mountain spine. That is pretty awesome. We do have a location all the way over there. Let's go take a look at that one location, then. Okay. Oh, that works out really nicely, actually. I do like that. It is, however, freezing, which is not too not too nice. That may be pushing it in terms of what I can handle. And I could probably manage. If I go south a little bit further, is it okay? So it's cold. Freezing here. Okay. It might be a little bit too inhospitable. The reason the temperature matters is because, like, the river will be frozen. With it being cold, it probably be frozen for a long time, if not all the time. Well, freezing would be all the time. So what we'll do then is we'll be forced to go back down here, which is a shame. I was liking that location. But oh well, we'll find somewhere nice for our dwarves to set up shop. Okay. Let's take a look at elevation here. So, high. Right, so it's very low here, very, very low. This may be more up my stream. Okay. Yeah, that seems a lot better. We'll move it there. Or if I move it like... that might work out quite nicely. So we have a lot of mountain. We obviously have that. We have shallow metals here. We have deep metals. We have flux-stone. But we're not seeing much in the way of soil. Right, so this soil and etc. is over this end. Which is fine. We can find a nice position along here. Okay. Something like that could perhaps work quite well. It's got a nice amount of mountain. We do have the river on both ends. And we do have some shrubland. The temperature's warm, so we don't need to really worry about things freezing. We have some trees. Vegetation is moderate, and surroundings is wilderness, so it's fairly good. Okay, so we'll choose this location then. Okay, we're going to embark. Now, what we're going to do here then is get this out of the way to begin with. That would help. Right, okay. So we're going to... Whoopsie. Okay. So we're going to go down here to prepare for ourselves, but we're going to go to the empty template. So, right. Now then, what do we really want? I think what we'll do then is we'll have some points put into mining. Put a few into here. Another miner. Then perhaps he could be our mason too. So we'll put 2 points in there. As you can see, we do have a lot of points to work with, so that's not too bad. You don't have to have skills. There are some skills that you do need. So we do have to point that one out. This person here is our expedition leader, I do believe. So what we'll do then is grab some diplomatic skills. So we need... Negotiator, Judge of Intent, I believe, Appraiser, so we can actually sell things and work out values. Novice Negotiator could be decent. We could go for a little bit more, but I think I'll leave it at that. And we need a Lumberjack. Everything else we can kind of work out fine. And Carpenter. Carpenter. Not a carpenter. Right then, so we're going to go into items by pressing tab. Actually, if we take a look at the dwarves, so we can see here. Can I customize name? Yes, we could customize their name. I might take suggestions in the future for names. I was considering streaming this, but I don't think I'd be very good to begin with. I'm not a very good person at streaming. I used to stream quite a lot, but I've really got out of the knack of it. Right then, so what do we need to begin with? We're going to need some picks, some pickaxes for our dwarves to mine with. So, we can pick up something fairly cheap. There's some copper picks here. So we're going to pick up 2 of these babies. Whoops. Press the wrong button. This is the only issue when you have a giant microphone in your face. Right, so we'll pick up 2 of them. Now, I believe, if I'm correct, that I can use a a wooden training axe as an actual axe to like drop down trees, so we can save some money there. Which is fine. I may pick up another pick. Do I want to pick up another pick? Well, with the points that we saved on the axe, we might be able to pick up a better pickaxe. Right. What sort of prices do we have? Cobalt picks. I imagine that affects the speed at which we mine out, so that could be quite useful. Okay. I guess I'll take 2 iron picks. At least we have something that should help us out quite nicely. Right then. So what else do we need? We need ales, we need drinks, and etc. Now, dwarves get really pissed off if you don't have, like, multiple kinds of drinks. So what we'll do is we'll take a couple here. And then we can get things working out quite nicely. Kiwi fruit wine. I bet they're going to love it. Okay, drinks. Dwarven porter. Okay. Dwarven mead. Just going to take a few things here. Prickleberry wine. Not going to lie, some of these things do sound quite nice. Grapefruit brandy. Yeah, if they have a variety of things to drink, they don't get pissed off as easily. A live spirit. Sweet. Okay. And then we'll go with some dwarven beer. Okay, so we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Maybe okay for an amount to begin with. We'll also... Actually, we'll pick up a little bit more. We'll go to about 50 drinks. Gives us something to work with in case something doesn't work out. Or we need to hold ourselves out for a while. Sweet spud beer. Okay. So we're also going to need some meat. Go with meat, which is only 2 points. We'll pick up some meat. Meat. We'll get about 20 of that. So these are the meals. Okay. Now, we have food and drink sorted. We need seeds. So we're going to pick up some staple seeds, which are the... where are they? The plump helmets. There we go. So we have plump helmet spawns. These got bread and butter. This is everything you need, pretty much. Well, they are just superb. They're just really, really good. I think we'll pick up about... I don't know. We could go for 15. That's a decent amount. We don't have harder farming on, so we should be okay. So go for 15. What else do we want? We want some pigtails. You can use them. I'm trying to remember the uses of all these things. I believe pigtails, well, actually, we can just type in here. So, pigtail. Right, I believe they're used for, like, cloth or something like that. I've never really gone that deep into Dwarf Fortress, so this is why I'm doing it as a sort of, like, a tutorial as well. Quarry bush. I think these are like used for oil. It's been a while since I played. Okay. I think I'll pick up some cave wheat as well. Something for a little bit of variety. Cave barley seeds. Okay, we've got about 15. Can set up a few fields there, which is going to be handy. Okay, so... we're also going to need a weapon to defend ourselves with, just in case. So we can get something fairly cheap, so let's see. Bronze Morning Star, Bronze Spear. The spear seems to be decent, so we'll go with a... we'll go with the spear. I don't believe it has any real impact as such. But we'll take a spear with us, so then at least somebody has a spear to use. There's also a little bit of an exploit. It's a tiny little bit of an exploit. But if I can take some sand, helps if I spend sand, spell sand right, doesn't it? Yeah, if you take some sand, you gain like a free bag, which is decent, something to start with. We're also going to need some medical supplies, so we're going to need some gypsum. Right, gypsum plaster. This is what you make the like casts out of, so we can take about 3 of that. Okay. Nest boxes. Basically, these are used by the dwarves, like chickens and stuff like that. Right, there we go. 10. We'll take some cinnabar ones, so they'll be a nice red. So we'll take 5 of them. Okay. I'm also going to need some soap. Helps if I get the right key. Yeah, soap is used to actually clean wounds and etc. Otherwise, they can become infected. So there we go. So we have a wooden training axe, 2 iron picks, red wine. Yeah, we have drinks, meat, plump helmets. So we have seeds and stuff there sorted. Other than that, there's not too much else. Oh, there's the case of the anvil. I will take an anvil with me. I don't believe you need to as such, but I will take one with me, just so we have one to begin with. Okay, so that leaves us a few things here. So we have changelings. We need to find the chickens. So these are boulder crabs, shaggy badger dog, mole weasel. These guys breed like fucking crazy. So we'll take 2 females and 1 male. That'll be probably enough. Right, here we go. The bearded cavern-keet hens. So basically... and we'll take a cavern-keet. So they're basically like normal chickens, except they have beards. You can actually shave their beards and gain a like bit of like cloth. It's pretty fucking cool like that. So there we go. That's that animal. We're also going to need some guard animals. So let's see. Cragtooth boar. I think there's like a decent... Yeah, they're mastiff. So we'll take a mastiff female. We'll take a mastiff male. There we go. Okay. I mean, there's like crazy stuff like drakes and shit like that. Like some real crazy stuff. Like genies. Ironclad grizzly bears. Steel-clad grizzly bears. Mental. Right. So we do have a lot of points remaining to us. What would I want to take with me? That's a good point. What do I want to spend these points on? I'm trying to think now. Trying to think what I might be able to take with me. We could also put some skills into our guys, I suppose. Yeah, I'll do that. So we do have a mason, we do have a lumberjack carpenter. We have 2 miners. What we could do is we could take another pickaxe and have a 3rd miner, perhaps. That would really speed things up. Yeah, so we'll go with you to be a miner. Competent miner. We'll give you... Well, we don't need to give them the architect stuff. I could get somebody as a... possibly like a metalsmith. Then at least we could get things moving quite quickly. Very quickly, in fact. And then we'll take somebody as like a farmer. So we'll go with a competent farmer, herbalist, and a brewer. Okay, I'm just trying to think of how to use these points in all honesty. Perhaps we'll use you... Actually, I don't want to have my metalsmith as like a fighter, do I? Let's see, we can have you as like this sort of fighter. Or perhaps like a... Right, well. Let's see. Spearman, we'll give you some points in Spearman then, so at least you're decent. Give you a point in Fighter, Armor User. Okay. Right, still trying to think of how to spend these points. I think I might have too many points here, and I might just, like, go with what I've got, just so we have a sort of difficult start, but not too crazy. We'll take some more drinks then, I guess. Okay. Right, it's definitely a lot. There we go. What could I possibly take with me as well? We have the next boxers, we have 2 mastiffs. Fuck it, I might go for a drake. Oh, let's go for like a bear. Fuck it, we'll go for a bear. We'll go for an ironclad grizzly bear. Yeah. Screw it. I got a fucking bear. I might be able to afford another mastiff, actually, if I go for another female mastiff. 126, yeah, I could knock some points off and we'll be able to afford one. So we'll knock some points off of the drink here, so I need 126. Yep, there we go, so we'll take another mastiff. Okay, so we're gonna just save this as a... early... Well, we'll just go with attempt 1 or something. There we go, save. Okay. So we're going to name the group. So, let's random the name. The Pine Spider. Azkez, the Cave of Scratches. Yudul Yudar, the Lantern of Rain. Nimnural, the Hammers of Blindness. I'd like that name. Okay, done. So Nil Yudar, the Hammers of Blindness. So we'll embark. Okay, here we go. Ah, son of a bitch. We do have to bear in mind that Dwarf Fortress is still pretty much in alpha, so it's a pain in the ass. So we'll launch that again. That totally did not happen. Okay. That was a bit of a pain in the fucking ass. Okay, well, we'll have to try and remember where we were last time. God fucking damn it. This is Dwarf Fortress, man. It's, it has some issues. I mean, yeah, well, let's see. Okay. We were down here, I think. Can't quite recall. I can't recall where we were then. So we'll put in our settings again. Okay, so low. Or was it medium? I don't know. We'll go with medium savagery. Yep. Okay, we'll do a quick search then, see what we find again. At least it'll narrow it down. I mean, it's roughly in this area here. Oh, yes, it might be the evil that we had to put up, actually. Yeah, so we'll stop the search here and we'll put the evil up. Right, do the search once more. At least you guys are seeing how this works once again. I'm sure you're loving it. Ah, right, yes. We are in the approximate right area. Okay. Let's just finish off. Not terribly much left. There we go. Okay. So we'll zoom in over here. Oops. Yep, we'll browse results. Ah, I believe it was in this area here. Yeah, this was it. Okay, yep, there we go. So that's where we were. Okay, that should have what we need. Okay, so we'll embark here. Yeah, embark. We do have our profile all the way down here. There we go, attempt 1. No soap available. What the hell? Go to items. Let's go for soap then. There we go, got some soap, but I have some points spare now. So we have the iron anvil, yep, cinnabar, yep. I got the masters, we got the cavern keys. Okay. Fuck it, I'll just put it into some like skills then or something. Fisher's Guild, okay. Competent miner. We'll have you as a mason too. Yeah, make him a decent metalsmith. Okay, we'll go with that then. Ah, I forgot to rename the group. Oh well. Right, so here we go. Let's take a look at the region then, shall we? So I can press tab to remove that. Right, so this is very interesting. Where is the river? Ah. Where's my river? That complicates things significantly. Okay, so apparently we don't have a river, even though it clearly showed a river on the actual embark. We'll have to work with that then. So, somewhat irritating, but no matter. So we are at the top of the hill here. Well, top of the little... Yeah, it's pretty much a little hill. It's not that large. What do we have? This is... stone. We have something over here. Galena. Isn't that silver? That's silver, I believe. Okay. What the fuck is that? We have a granite gargoyle. That's always a good thing to welcome you to the neighborhood with, isn't it? Right. Yeah, I feel like I was cheated by not having some... like having a river there. And there's like Cavern Keats. Okay. What I could do then is I could dig down in this area here. Or perhaps here, actually. Perhaps here. Yeah. So we are going to be digging into some... I mean, this is really rather rich. There's like Galena, which is worth a lot. There's some gems. Oh, this could be a nice area, like over here. Possibly here, actually. For the sake of ease, what we'll do then is... we'll dig down, actually. Just so we can make sure that we gain something. So what we're going to do then is we're going to press D. We're going to go with the down stairwell, so we'll have that 3x3. Dwarves have a hard time bypassing each other. So then what we'll do is press I, so we have up, down. Oops. Right, so we're going to go down. Here we go. Right, so we're having it 3x3. I'm going to have a long corridor, so we'll have 30 there. Now if we check our position on the surface, we can see we're about there. And then what we're going to do then is we're going to have like a sort of pattern. This pattern's going to be for defensive purposes in the future. Now we don't need to have this dug out immediately, but it will be handy. Alright, so we'll have them 13 long. Alright, there we go. Yeah, 13 long by 3 wide. Okay. Oops. I'll designate that there. This is going to become our trap hallway one day. There we go. Now we don't need to dig this out immediately, but it will be done soon. Okay. It's going to be for defensive purposes, this. And one more. That's a little bit wider than I anticipated. Oh no. No, that's correct. Okay, and then loop it back once more. Okay, there we go. So I'll have that there. Now then, this is going to be in the future. What we could try to do then is set up some kind of defense on this side here, so we could have, like, I don't know, like something to fire at these corridors. But we'll set things up first and get things rolling. Okay, now this should be stone as far as I'm aware. Alright, so this is 31. Have it a bit longer then. Okay. Make it something pretty. Long corridor. Alright, there we go. It's making things quite nice here. There we go. So we can have this. There we go. Now, as this is going to be for traps only from here on, it doesn't really matter. We can just have this as a trading post pretty much. It's going to be something of a pain, but it should be fine. Okay. So in fact, I could cut down on the size of this. And in fact, what we'll do then is still keep it that width. We'll have it run up to there, and then I can go 3 down and connect it up at the bottom here. Right, there we go. Let's make it a little bit taller so it's in line with everything. Right, X to remove designation. Okay, so there we go. Now that's connected all up. What we can do then is... Just trying to think how I want this. So it will take a little while, but we do have 3 miners with some decent stuff, so that's not too bad. Now, I'm just hoping that we'll have areas to, like, set up farms. Okay. Right, have this run over here. Set up a nice hallway. Now we can start to plant things. So it's probably a little bit too ambitious to begin with. Have one more. And another. Right. I've done that right, haven't I? Yeah, that's correct. And I could have like farms off this way. Oh, we could have this as like our access. And then have like defensive platforms set up there in the future. Okay. Have this for the farms. Then a stockpile room for food. Joyful. Okay. We'll have a room for the cavern keeps as well. Have like that removed there, so it's only like one entrance. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit interesting. Actually, what I'll do then is... we'll not have these as stairs. What we'll have them is we'll have them as a channel. So what that means is it's like a slope down here, pretty much. So we'll have these removed, and then they'll like basically channel down here. Right, okay. Then on the surface, what we want to do then is we're going to go and hit T. I can also press this box select. So then I can select over here with the box and... okay. Nope. Right, okay. I have this selected as a giant box. Are these not trees? Oh, right, I'm on the wrong level. That would explain it. Right, there we go. That's nice and quick. Awesome. Right, there we go. So we also need to do is we need to set up some zones. So we'll have a zone set up around here. This will be designated as a pen/pasture. So then what I can do is I can go down this list and I can select the mastiffs and the ironclad grizzly. There we go. So that's that selected. We're also going to set up some stockpiles. We'll have a refuse stockpile. I guess that's for refuse. So basically trash. Okay, so it's going to be quite a complicated plan. I'm hoping that we will be digging into soil. We should be digging into soil in this area, so that should speed things up. Though we do have 3 miners, so that should speed things up as well. So what we'll do then is we'll get on with things. And then in a moment we'll go over some other details. Okay, so it appears to be rock. So we'll go down. Yeah, they're on with it. Yeah, it appears to be rock. Yeah, and we're digging into actual... this is peat. Awesome. We can farm into this. This is good. Yeah, they're going through it quite quickly. I can see that water there is a few... what looks to be... a newt. Okay. Oh, cassiterite. Yeah, this is good. There's a lot of minerals here. There's a hell of a lot of minerals. But this central area, what we'll do then to begin with, so we can get things started off as quickly as possible, is we'll use this as our sort of starting area. So we'll set up some quick farms in this area here. It started raining. Right, so what we're going to do is going to designate or remove designation here. Right, so just remove that there, just so they go back and finish all this off, and then we can connect it up. Oh, rose quartz, nice. Okay. Right, designate this again. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to go to B. So we press B and that takes us to like buildings. Now what we'll do then is we'll set up some farms. So U, that's 5. Have another one. And another one. There we go. Okay. So we'll get on with this. Then at least we can have the farms built down here. What we'll also have set up is a stockpile. Oopsie. Yeah, we'll have a stockpile set up here. Righto. At least then we can get things done. So what we'll do is we'll press Q. This takes us into a mode where we can basically look at things and etc. And then I can press T. Not T, sorry. Okay, no. That's not what I wanted. I wish this was at the other side of the screen. Right. Okay. S to change settings. So we press E and D to like enable / disable. As we'll enable furniture, ammo, coins, bars, gems. Not gems right now. Finished goods, leather, cloth, not wood, armor. Yep. Okay. Right. So there we go. Now they'll start to fetch the items down here where the miners get on with things very quickly too. So we are digging into minerals. What is this? So cassiterite. You need like a PhD in geography for things like this. Oh dear. So in the future, what we'll be able to do then is we'll be able to turn these into like fortifications, so you can fire through them, but you can't access them. You can't like walk through them. Or it could completely just like, I don't know. Yeah, fortifications more than likely. Yeah, we'll do it like that. If that doesn't work, we can always set up traps anyway. So we're digging through this quite quickly. Right, so what we'll do is we'll set up these farms so we can get our planter planting. Well, our farmer farming. Okay, so we're going to plant plump helmets in the spring. There's a way to select it for all months at once, but I can't recall it. There we go. I mean, I could have done it as like the same, like one field, but I'd like to have that versatility if we need it. There we go.
Tortuga Power said that this computer voice proves he is correct.
Right, well, he's an asshole, so thank you, Tortuga, you goddamn asshole. I'm gonna kill him for that one. Right, just mute that. So, yeah. What an ass. What an ass. Gotta kill him for that one day. Okay. I'm sure he didn't mean it, but I'm still gonna kill him. There we go, plump helmets. Right, so our farmer's gonna come down here. Yep, sweet. Okay. Then on the surface we have our dogs there and the bloody ironclad grizzly, which is pretty fucking cool. Right, so if I press this, okay, we struck loads quartz. We can see here, so we have status, we have Noah's administrator, view units. What I want to see is I want to see the one where you can like basically look at them. It like gives you descriptions, view announcements. Is it Z? I think it's Z. Right, here we go. Okay, so we have miners, we have 3 miners, 1 woodwork, awesome. If I go to kitchen, stone, stocks, right, animals, press into that. So we can see these are domesticated. Overall training. Okay. Right, so we have our ironclad grizzly. So we'll take I don't want to give him an owner. There's a way to look at them. I basically give you a description of them. I just can't remember how you do it. Right, so we can see our stocks here are kind of rough. Okay. Actually, we go to kitchen here. I need to set something. So these ones... right, don't cook. Don't cook. Don't brew either. Don't cook, don't cook. Okay, that can be cooked. I don't know if I'm, like, disabling it or enabling it. That's a little bit confusing. Right, so that was statuses. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, A. No, that's not what's happened there. N. Right. Let's take a look at MISC. No? I honestly can't remember how you take a look at them. It's rather irritating. Anyway, carrying on. Yep, it's up there. So we have the general stockpile down here then. What are they doing on the surface? Right, they're faffing about with the bloody... Yeah. Okay, it's raining again. Right, down we go. So I could use this as like a sort of basic resources stockpile for now. It is taking them a little bit of time. What are we working with? Gneiss? I don't know. Rock, anyway. So it's going to take them longer to get through there. But with 3 miners on it, we're not too bad. Okay, so what we'll do then is we're going to go over to this. We're going to go to utilities. We're going to set up the therapist here. So basically this allows you to change things quite easily and quickly. Right then, so we're going to read dwarves. Okay, so you can see all the different roles here that they're doing. So what we're going to do here for these guys is we're going to turn off hauling. Not for all of them. Okay, just turn it off on the top 2. So that means that 2 miners are now committed to doing this and only this. Well, they're not going to haul, is what I'm saying. Okay, our dwarves do have to move quite a decent distance. That's true. I could set this up to have our food. So we'll move our food down here, actually, to begin with. And then at least we have things down here. So we'll enable food. Okay. Right, get that moving. So then we'll start to bring the food down here. You can see that we need to move things deeper into the fortress. Or at least with the food being down here, we'll have stuff sorted. I do need to get my hens sorted too. But I'd rather have them in this room down here. Speaking of that, what we'll do then is we'll turn that off there. Just for now. Right, they are making good progress though. Could be a decent fort. I'd like to see it as a decent fort. Ah, Galena Bearing Rock. Okay, cool. I'm sure it's Galena that gives you, like, silver. Is it Galena? I'm not entirely sure. Let's do a quick Google. Google is your best friend when playing this game. Okay, weather's cleared. Right. Galena. The mineral. Oh, right. Galena is lead. Right, okay. Rose quartz again. Okay, we're still planting our crops. Okay. What we'll do then is we'll designate this area down here. Actually, give it time. We can designate this as a meeting hall then later. Importantly, I do need to get my stockpile set up, so I could have this as like a mini stockpile down here to begin with. We won't need too much. What we'd really need is like to have like wood, like large stockpiles of wood and stuff like that. Though as we dig deeper, we can access caverns and you can find wood down there. Though of course that's unleashing a hell in of itself. But most of the fort is being dug out at the moment. I mean, we couldn't be quite rich here. We're gonna have to sort out all of this stuff. Okay, on the surface I want to designate some trees. Well, actually, what we'll do then is we'll create this wood stockpile here. Get wood collected right outside the fortress, and then we can get things moving. Get all that wood. Then I can bring it down to the fortress. We can set up some craft workshops. Okay, that's been filled out. Now, what do we have here? We have... Right, so this is actually unable to be farmed on. We'd have to, like, use buckets. But this works for now. I mean, this works for now. It's not perfect, but it works. Okay. Other two miners there. So you can see it does take a long time. I mean, what I could always do is I could, like, dig deep here, like, really deep. And, like, build, like, a drawbridge there. So then at least we have, like, a drawbridge line of defense. Okay, they didn't quite finish there. Okay, there's the wood collected. Okay. They're up top, just having a snoozy snooze. Okay. So going to finish that task off. It's not taking us too long. It's taken us a little while, but it's not taking that long. As we do have all of these miners, so that's good for us. Right. Got to keep them miners busy, you know. Okay. So on the surface, we'll have a carpenter's workshop set up here. Boom. And get some beds made and stuff like that. And in fact, what we'll do then is we'll start off with some tables, some chairs, beds, yep, okay, whoops. Wooden barrels actually 2, just in some spare ones for us. Right, we have a snoozy snooze. Okay. So now this is the sort of industry wing down here. Down this side, what we'll have set up then is we'll have a sort of inhabitation wing. We could have this like area here for like officers. That could work. Do I want it that long? Yeah, these could be like a nice large office. Make that one a little bit larger too. Make that center. Right, let's turn off this box light. Okay, mine. Actually, turn the box light back on then. No, not there. Okay. Make these 3x3. There we go. Reduce the amount that we have to dig out. Righto. Oops. That's what you get for having that on. I could use this as like one large one in the middle, perhaps, for like the expedition leader. That could be kind of cool. Yeah, but I'd like to have these as like a sort of standard format. Then we can keep things looking nicely. Or it could always be like a barracks, perhaps. I like the look of that. It's something different, it's something interesting. So we have like the bedrooms there. We have 2 offices set up for the future, so we can have like administrators in there or whatever you want. Right, just move that, just put that there, put that there. Okay. Right, unpause. So we can have that set up. Right, we're having our finished goods move down here. So what we'll do is we'll go to B, build, put our table here in the center. And one there too. Then our thrones, when they're ready. Thrones basically being a chair. Okay, it's going to take a while. Yeah, I mean, we could have some serious value in this fortress. Okay. I think what we'll do is, once we've dug out these bedrooms, so let's go back to the surface, queue up some more beds. Okay, queue up some more beds. Need this to be finished off, actually. They'll come back and do it at some point. I mean, I'm setting them a lot of things to do right now, so I should probably, like, just chill out a little bit, let them finish off what they're doing first, and then they'll get to it. But the good thing about carving into the rock here with all these, like, sort of minerals in the walls is, once we do eventually come through to, like, smoothing the walls, they will be really happy with that. They'll find it really, well, valuable. I also do need to designate some drinking. It's a shame that we don't have a bloody river. I mean, I specifically chose an area with a river, but fuck it, okay, whatever. Right, so we'll set this up as a drinking area. They're not going to be happy because it's going to be like stagnant water, but they can still drink it. So water source and fishing. Right, there we go. The mastiffs are standing guard on the surface, so they'll be able to detect anything. And we do have the bear, though, so I think the bear could probably, like, kick some ass. I'd like to think. So I'm pretty sure when it comes to like military, I don't really know what I'm doing. So we're going to rely on traps. We are going to rely on traps to all hell. Actually, I could probably... maybe I could build a drawbridge here. Maybe a drawbridge here as well. Like a second line defense. Behind everything. Okay. They're almost done with the accommodation wing. We do our beds. So what we'll do is go to B for build. We can press P. So then this lets you plan things. We'll have the beds put there. I'll have another bed put there. I mean, I could set up like a barracks. Should be interesting. Right. At least we have a nice pattern. B. Planning. Okay, just need more. But they'll put the beds in there. And then we can assign the beds. Okay, they're moving the beds. What do we have here? Plump helmets. So we need more barrels, which is good because I started to queue up some barrels. Okay, they're going to put the beds down. I honestly can't remember how you see their forts. I can't remember how you see it. Right, okay. Let's going to do a quick Google here. Right, well, let's carry on. Right, so I'm going to go and press K. Need a dwarf. Right, you. Ah, here we go. So we press K and then enter twice. So Adil Unskogskangach has been quite content lately. He was woken by noise while sleeping. Lately, he slept on a rough cave floor recently. He has complained of the lack of chairs lately. He has been satisfied at the work lately. He was caught in the rain recently. He's a casual weapon of salute. Okay. He's 46 years old. Right, okay. So I'm going to go to the surface, I'm going to check out the bear. A huge brown creature found in temperate woodland. It is known for its ferocious attack, usually when it or its young are threatened. You gave this one tough hide. This one's tough hide and iron covering. He's gigantic, his hair is brown, his skin is brown, his eyes are brown. He's also brown. Did I mention brown? A huge dog, heavier than a dwarf. It sells in garden. She's gigantic with incredible muscles, tattooed with pictures of skulls. Her hair is black, her ears are slate grey, her tail is cream, her head is a dark toupee. Her front paws are light brown, her rear paws are russet. Her skin is cinnamon, her eyes are light blue. So she's fucking huge. She's like a Cerberus, like a brown Cerberus. Oh, so did I mention the bear's brown? I think I might have mentioned the bear's brown. Brown's bear. Bear's browns. Okay, so we got some decent plant helmet harvest. They should hopefully be replanted, keeping the numbers up. I do need to keep them stored in like barrels and stuff like that. But there's a lot going on right now. Okay, so they're finishing with that. Then we can get the cavern key set up. Let's get the cavern key set up. So we're going to go B, press N. No, I need $. There we go. Right, yeah, it's a big N. I thought it was a big N. Right, so nest box. Nestle box. Okay. I'll go get that set up, and then we can put the keats in there. And with that, we'll be able to get a steady supply of food. Right, disconnect that. Okay. Actually, let's see. M for military. So I'm going to create a squad here. No uniform. Right, who is our resident kick-ass? So military. So read dwarves. We do have somebody else who's pretty decent at fighting. Okay. Who the hell's the actual fighter? It's you? Oh, right, I'm looking at Ranger, aren't I? Melee. Fucking hell. They're actually... Why are they better than everybody else? What the hell's going on here? Right, well, we should probably give it to... Oh, you're really shit at melee. Okay, we'll give it to you then, so Stukos. Alright, so... Stukos. Right. Positioned. Okay, now I can assign you. Right, so Stukos. Right, so Stukos has been assigned. Right, Stukos has been assigned, okay. Oh, the Cavern Keats are kind of like migrating themselves. Oh, they are smart. They're like, hell yeah, cluckety cluckety cluck. Get that shit, yo. That was my impression of American. Did you approve, senpai? I imagine not. Okay, whoops. Right, it's a lot of shit down here. We need these barrels being worked on. Okay, we've got a lot of, like, newt chunks. That's not bad, actually. I could do with turning that into, like being butchered. Right, so our lumberjack. Right, you. So I'm going to turn off hauling for you because I kind of want you to get shit moving. I want you to, like, do wood stuff. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to get the coven keys set up in here. Oh, kinda not because of all the stuff under here. Right, so one of it is like a pen. Right. The coven keys are figured out. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just need another bed, really. Another 2 beds. Alright, we'll let them get the coven keys set up. Actually, what I could do is I could have this mined out. We have our food stockpile here. And at least we're having it in like one large area. So I mean, this is getting like a little bit full up. And I clearly need barrels, so let's make some more barrels. I go get some barrels. It rains a lot here, so that's decent. Means that we'll be able to refill it. Yep, they're already collecting some eggs. That's a lot of eggs. Okay.
Summer is here.
Right, so we're in summer now. That's cool. Saving. Okay. Yeah, I need more barrels. Right, what we'll do then is we'll set up the food stockpile over here. We need to start migrating stuff. There's a lot of stone here that I need out of the way. Right, what we'll do then is we'll designate this and have that dug. And then what I could do is I could have like a stone stockpile. Like stone stockpile here, perhaps. Right, there's a barrel. Right, they're going to start moving things now. Right, I was going to set haul in for everybody again. So we can get shit moved. Okay, there we go, set it. Then we can get things moving quickly. I mean, I kind of set myself way too much to do here, too quickly. I'm looking forward to getting, like, metalwork and setup, but I do need to get wood down here. Right, there we go, we put some stuff in a barrel, that's good news. Yeah, with this all being mud, we'll be able to dig it out pretty quickly. Yeah. There's just so much, like, wood and stuff all over. At least our guy's having a snooze over there. So we'll get things in order, and then we can work on getting things set up properly. I need to get wood moved down here. And then what we'll do is basically have our stuff made. Right, what I can do then is I can set this as a dining room. Okay, so like so. Have that as a meeting hall as well. So then people will gather here, animals and stuff will gather there. But if they eat, they'll eat there. Which is good because then we have food right over here. I can get cooking set up here. Then at least it's straight to the dining hall, the main meeting hall. That's good. Right, so we'll disable food in this area here. S, right, so disable. There we go. Need you making barrels. I just told you to make something else completely different. Right, so we'll just undesignate these now. I don't want to like overface him. Yeah, this is it. It's like a long way for us to go in the hallway. So getting things moved. Then I'd like to have the stone moved, so I'm going to need a few barrels. Okay. Nice relaxing music. Yeah, so we have some egg production going on. That's nice. Got the chicken keats. Oh, the cabin keats in there, sorry. I'm looking forward to getting into working with this galena. I mean, it's not exactly the most precious metal ever, but using it would be nice. I could try to fashion some stuff out of it. Right, we do have these arseholes down here. I don't really need them down here. They'll starve to death eventually. So we'll have them assigned to the surface in their own sort of pasture. Okay, so I. At least then they've got a lot of room to roam. There we go, so N. And I might make use of them in time. Or I might even just slaughter them and be done with it. So then we've got some extra food, but that's in time. Right, making a few more barrels. Right, so we've got food set up in there. Okay. Right, so put down the bed. There we go. I'm going to put down the thrones, so we've got somewhere for them to sit. There we go. And then that'll take some room out of that actual storage. So what do we have here? We have soap, we have the spear. Right, gypsum bag. Yep, okay. Plump helmet spawns in here. Okay. So taking the animals out. I'm going to put the beds down of the chairs. So that clears up some room there. Right, more barrels. So I need to get wood and stone moved down here ASAP. Well, wood moved down here. So what we'll do then is we'll cancel that, and I'll add. Let's see. I should have done this to begin with, to be honest. Right, wooden wheelbarrow. Make a few wheelbarrows. Let's have this as like a finished goods as well. Then I can have things just sorted up here too. So then we're not going all the way down and back forth, back forth, back forth. Ah, cool. So we've got some migrants arriving. That's handy. Right, it's a few migrants. That's good. I need some extra labour just to get things set up. So let's see. We gained another 5 dwarves. Okay, that's quite a few. That's some extra mouths to feed for damn sure. I might have been overfaced by now. So apparently one of them's a hunter. So... Oh, he's a surgeon. That's very, very nice to have. Very good. Very, very nice. He's also very good at negotiations. That's cool. Right. He's a milker. Can use a knife. Could have him as a crust dwarf. Crust dwarf. There's also a scribe. A gem cutter. Very nice. He's also good at... Yeah, he can use a shield, armor, dodger. As a marks dwarf too. Toolmaker. Cross dwarf, okay. So this is decent. Right, wrestle 2. Right. he's very good as a surgeon. I don't know if anyone is a leather worker. Bone carver. Right, tool making. Machine operator. Yeah, I got some fishing. Have you do all that? If I make like another axe, I could have another logger. So I'll get that done. Okay. Fishing. Herbalism. I wish you could turn it the other way. I'd be able to read it a hell of a lot easier. Okay. Right, brewing, cooking, farming. Got a couple that could farm. There we go. So we'll commit these changes. Right, that's good then. So what else did they bring with them? So, right, follow as pet, so there we go. It is some extra mouths to feed, but it's extra workers for the fortress. So it brings us up to, what is it, 12 dwarves now? Yeah, getting things done now. Okay, awesome. At least with this we can get stuff sorted quickly. I've got more labourers. That's what I want. Right, so we're going to make this into a stone stockpile. Get all the shite moved. Okay. Then I'll have this one set up for wood. So we have decent storage. Okay. With the wheelbarrows, that means that we can have stuff sorted. Wheelbarrows, we'll have 2 wheelbarrows there. We'll put the wheelbarrows to use. Get things moving. I can have the masonry workshop set up around here then. That's good news. Okay. Well, things aren't going terrible so far, so that's good. Right, it's to wood stockpile. Then at least I can have masonry and woodworking carried out down here. Okay, there's a lot of things to go in there. It's probably not going to be enough room. Okay. But in there, so far as what we've got going, we've got beds set up so at least people can set themselves up there. We have something of a dining room set up. Just need to get food sorted. We do have a farm going on, but what I'll probably do is I'll actually increase the size of the farm, perhaps. Which I think I should do. Might just carve out this area here, then we'll have it as like a farming area. Which I think I will do. If I can get that sorted, I can start planting some more crops, like the cave wheat, or cave barley, I should say. Then that means that we can get that shit going. Okay. Build. Right, let's have this wider, just so I'm not faffing about. Right, have that set up there. I mean, the crops are going to be like the thing that I'm going to... it's not going to really matter if they get attacked. Well, I mean, I don't think they'll get attacked, but yeah. There we go, set up. So we'll have then is we'll have cave wheat. Now, some crops can't be grown all winter, but they should be okay. But that's some extra crops that we can have grown too. Okay, these guys are chilling out, which is not good. Need everybody basically working. Right, no job. Surgeon. Um, hmm. Right, this is our surgeon here. Okay. What can we have our surgeon set up to do? I could have him as a... possibly with masonry. Yeah, we'll have somebody else who can, like, I mean, we'll have a few masons, I'll put it that way. Actually, you know what? Right. You, so Andel, or Adel. While you're not being used. Stone and rune engraving. Well, actually. We can have these two here. Then what we'll do then is, like, smooth stone. Set out this, like, colossal task. There we go. And the bedrooms too. But then this will make the dwarves happier because they're living in like somewhere really nice. Right, get this moved. Well, they're going to do the floors too. It's going to take some time, but I mean, if they have some time free, then at least they can get on with that. Okay, that field should be planted soon enough. That's probably a little bit ambitious right now, actually. We'll see. I might not have even given them the correct role to do it. Okay, let's add a few... Alright, what I can do is I can go to the surface. What we'll do then is we'll have some... I have a wooden training axe built. Then... some trees chopped down. Chopped. There we go. Right, let's cancel that then, just because I don't think I have anybody capable of doing it right now, and it was a little bit ambitious to begin with, so... we'll leave it off for now, and then we'll detail it all later. There we go. Need to get all this stone moved first. Okay. Kind of tempted just to, like, dig a hole through here so we can cut the travel times in half. Just kind of remove that point, doesn't it? Right. Okay. I mean, they should have jobs, but I guess that means that they're not needed. Right, are they fishing? I think he's fishing. Right, that's awesome. That means that we're getting some extra food too. The fact that we can fish from these pools is really nice. Just increases the amount of food that we can gain. Yeah, he seems to be doing a good job too. Right, so they are getting on with things. That's good news. It's going to take them a while to clean up all this rock. Yep, he's having a meal over there. Yep, they're having a meal. Okay. Yeah, I might have this like hollowed out. And then create like a bridge here. Yeah. Okay, so what we'll do then is, first we'll just make that a little bit deeper so I can just add on to it. Then, I'll have a little entranceway made there then. Or do I? Do I? Nah, I kind of made it. We'll get used to it. I mean, once we move everything over this way, we won't be bothered. That's a fact. Okay, the issue is the fact of, like, have, like, a lot of rock over this end, when I could do, like, some soil. Alright, so I'll have this stuck out. Okay. Right, turn off this box. God damn it. Are these used for, like, workshops? There we go. So P, go to stone. Need like gems and stuff too. Oops. Right, now we're starting to cut some stuff down, that's good. Do. Okay. What I'll do then is I'll remove this. Okay. P. Remove as a designation. There we go. So we'll have the wood brought down here. Could really do it like sticking to one task at a time. I'm really like overburdening them. Ah well.
As leaves of green
Okay, we're in autumn.
red, stock up your goods to keep you fed.
Okay, we could also do with ruin actually now. That's a good point. I have like a bit of a food industry set up here. Issue is the amount of stone. I mean, it's great having all the stone, but yeah. Right, there we go. More mull weasels. I have another bed actually. Let's have this bed put down. Righto. Right, whoops. So B, workshop. Where is it? Distillery. I think is the right one. Alright, start to use some of this, like, stone and shit. Alright, we'll have 2 masons shops set up. Well, at least I can have some masons on the go. Are these like just empty barrels? Yeah, these are just empty barrels. No reports. Yeah, things are starting to get cleaned up, but there's just so much. so much. Okay. Right, set some brewery to go. Brew, drink, and repeat. I do need to start taking some stockpiles. Hey, well, look at how many goods I have. I'll actually quicken access into these rooms here. Makes it easier on them. And there too. Yeah, there we go. Anything to shorten down their travel path. I do need to think about some defenses really now. What we could do is we can have some of this rock turn into like blocks. Shift it to the surface and then we make it into like a little wall around our fortress. Okay. At least we are starting to bring wood down here, so that's good news. Once we have a decent amount of it down here, and we've cleaned up things, then we can really start to think about what we want to do. This is like the initial stage. I've probably been a little bit late, but I mean, we do have some time left. There's a lot of gems that we could also like work on, maybe clean up or something, sell off. I do need to build a trade depot. Yeah, let's get a trade depot built. Right, it's big D. There we go, it can fit there. Have it made out of this rock. There we go. Then at least... Right, okay, give water. Yeah, we need some drinks being made. Okay, whoever's going to be making drinks will stop them from, like, brewing. Alright, brewing. You. So not have you as a hauler, I want you to work on making drinks. Actually, I do need you to have your food hauling. Yeah, they already got food hauling on. Okay, cool. Alright, just get you working on that. But things are already significantly cleaner. I've seen a lot of these mole rat thingies majiggers around. So I mean, we have a lot of Gleaner, we have Kasserai, I think that maybe still, I don't know, let's see. Let's do a quick Google. To the Googles. Okay. Figured out what's going on. Right, so that's tin. Okay, so we have lead and tin so far. Cool. Do I need architecture? Okay. Let's have that enabled for everybody. Whoever's cleared. Yeah, look at them all on the surface. Yeah, we're just working on hauling the wood at the moment. Okay. Also have like a pest over there that's just been killed. Now we need to expand the stone stockpile. So is it, do I make another one? I mean, if I make it over here, we're going to be dealing with this. Right, what we could do then is remove designation here. And if I have some downstairs... Oops. If I have some downstairs put here. I have some downstairs. Then I, up, down. Then... I would like made the length. There we go. Then at least could have like this is an underground storage. And then keep it going like that. Let's have that redesignated as stairs. There we go. Then at least I can add that as like a stone stockpile as well. Get all the gems and shit in there too. Which is what we want really. I could even have like manufacturing down there. We do need to spread things out on the levels here because obviously we're having like too much on one level. It's complicating things. I should have had things like really smooth. Like I should have gone like deeper, like tall fortress instead of wide fortress. Ah well. I don't expect this fort to survive really. These distillable. Right, okay, so I think that's because we have put stuff off limit. Let's see, kitchen. Right, I guess. Alright, there we go. Brew. Can't brew them. Right, I can brew them. Okay. Right, cast right bear and rock. Yep. Oh dear. Alright, the trade post has been built. Let's go to N, to Knowles and whatever's. Let's go with our bookkeeper. Scribe, yep, that'll be you. Okay. Overseer, right, broker. Who is our best broker? Okay. There we go. You're pretty good. Yeah. Actually, no, he's a really good bookkeeper. Negotiator. Right, you'll be our broker then. So that is Ravod. Yeah, toolmaker. There we go. Military commander. Have it Stukos. There we go. Oops. Need to get to work on that, but they're busy. Oh, okay, right. Extra migrants isn't really going to help me too much right now. I need to, like, get things set up. I think I've kind of been, like, over-ambitious when it comes to size of the fort. Right. 7, okay. I don't know what these guys mean. Like, I guess they're nobles then. Okay. Farmer's Guild Dwarf, so farm worker, miller, fisherman. That's good to have another fisherman. Mason, good, stonecrafter, and potter, and a peasant. Okay. Could just have the peasant as, like, basically hauling 24/7. Would be handy. Right, so what we'll do then is we'll get our miners. And I'll turn hauling off for them. There we go, I want them to get on with mining. Okay. At least we're getting farming going again. That's good. Okay, actually, what we'll do then is we'll call the session to an end here. And what we'll do is we'll put it to vote. So you guys can tell me if you want to see this fortress carry on, or if you want to give me some suggestions for starting a new one. I think we might start a new one, and we'll take on board what we've learned from this one, and then we can make a deeper fortress rather than a wide fortress. So basically, set something up like this again. Possibly a shorter one like this, maybe incorporate some like drawbridges to shorten the time. But ultimately, we need to also have a river. That's something that got me too. But let me know what you think, guys. So until then, thank you for watching, and do let me know if you'd like to see more in the future. It's been a long time since I've done anything Dwarf Fortressy. But the more I play, the more I'll learn, and the better I'll get. So until then, goodbye for now.